It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. The George Halas Trophy awaits the winner of this one, as well as a spot in the Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, the anticipation's thick. Love this moment where we have a champion in the NFC crowned on this field. Couple of teams that don't like each other. What are you going to be watching for in this one, partner?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about these conference championship games, Mike, is how well these two teams know each other. When you find yourself here in the NFC, you're playing, not maybe every year, but you're playing each other a lot. You know their tendencies, you know the roster, you know the opposing coaching staff. There's some bad blood built up, not only over the course of this season, but previous ones. And tell you what, we wanted the best two teams in the conference with a game on the line to go to the Super Bowl, and I think we got it.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This place is rocking right now, Mike. I mean, neither one of us can even hear each other speak. This crowd is certainly doing their part. They're trying to create as hostile of an environment as humanly possible to give their team the upper hand, and he's going to have to overcome this.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff, and with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder, and man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for an Eagles first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. So here is the former Giant. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5. The motion man is Johnson. A first down throw for Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll run the toss to Barkley. Whoa. And he will score. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
These are the type of games, Mike, where you can become a legend, not only for your franchise, but to the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. And if he's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters, his team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. Third and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That pass caught by Amon-Ra.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. That'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Nice first down pickup there by Sam Laporta, the second-year tight end out of Iowa. And you talk about having a breakout rookie campaign, Mike. I mean, to make the Pro Bowl as a rookie at the tight end position is no easy feat. He kind of burst onto the scene as the Lions found themselves in the NFC Championship. I had a chance this summer to spend some time with him at our TEU, kind of our tight end only camp that I run with Kelsey and Kittle in Nashville. And seeing him work up close and personal, you can see why, even though he's a young player, he's had the level of success that he's had.
And he's in! Tim Patrick, touchdown Detroit.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Goff. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
You just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions are in the lead by the score of 13-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He's inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. To throw, Hurts. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
And typically, like, you don't find yourself in the playoffs unless all season long you've gotten contributions from your special team. So here's a big one in the return game. I mean, this is something that has been a priority all season long, and they nearly sprung.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Gets to the end. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. And good work there to get the 1st down yardage, and maybe better fortune that they get the ball back, and Greg retained possession.
Nice job by the back there, Mike. He's able to get the 1st down, and I know that's where his mind was, but he can't forget to protect the ball. And that's the utmost importance, and fortunately for him, in this case, the ball ends up going out of bounds.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
That's taken in right side by Goddard. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts now. That's to the sideline and hauled in by Smith. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. Room to run at the 35. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's a game of 17 and an Eagles first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as this season starts to wind down, we look ahead to NFL honors the week of the Super Bowl. Take a look at some of the candidates to take home the award for the Offensive Player of the Year. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. Taylor Decker, the former Buckeye, guilty on that one. Goff Oh, yeah.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A second down throw for Goff. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
To throw on second down is Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
First down, Philadelphia.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Out wide, here's Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to third and 3. And in motion is Brown. Oh. Still going. And he will go all the way. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. So they come up with a long touchdown on the little short pass. Greg, the quarterbacks love those pop passes, especially when they end up in the end zone.
Mike, you're well aware of the phrase in golf that there's no pictures on a scorecard. Well, in this case, there's no pictures on a box score, because it doesn't matter if you throw it 1 yard or 50. You get credit for it all. In this case, he'll take credit for a touchdown.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Goff to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He gets that to Brown. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. From the gun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Here's Goff. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback.
And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will cut it to a 2-point lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. A 1st down throw for Hurts. This one on target for Johnson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. The Lions called their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Again, Hurts. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts looking to throw on first down. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no...
And this is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. So we've hit halftime here in the NFC Championship game. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Houston Texans doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. After 27 yards.
A second down throw for Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Goff to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Goff. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff. That's taken in. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll take off again. Woo. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the...
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say?
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This one from 52 yards, and this one is blocked.
And that's just a really good effort there. Remember, if he misses the ball and he runs into the kicker, that's an automatic 1st down, but he doesn't. Not only does he get through, almost untouched, he's able to get a hand on it and block the kick.
The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. A run here with Gibbs. To the 20. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will up the lead to 5. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Man in motion is Brown. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
On 3rd down, this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Room up the sideline at the 45. To Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Goff to throw. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8
It's
yards.
too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go play action with Goff. They'll go right back to Laporta. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly timed blitz, and he just gets to the quarterback a fraction of a second too late. The ball comes out of his hand kind of funny as a result of the hit, and I'm not even exactly sure if the guy who caught it was his intended target.
3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
So this is where... play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Hurts working in the pistol. Now quick throw taken in by Brown.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. 1 quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
And an Eagle first down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 out of that